As we look around Lancaster County, we see that this is a growing issue of older adults who are living in poverty, older adults who are living in unsafe conditions, older adults who are spending so much on rent or on housing that they can't afford their insurance and their medications and their transportation and food. And so this is an opportunity for us to come together as a community and to be able to share life with those people and to really serve them well. So.
And we look at this as an opportunity of meeting a need that we see across that ministries. We get to work with people that have housing issues, and so we're really thankful for this opportunity to be able to help some of these people.
And it's a passion for me because being a resident of Garden Spot, we are fulfilling the mission here to enrich the lives of older adults as an expression of Christ's love. And that's exciting to me to see that we are fulfilling the mission that we have here at Garden Spot.
So the idea is you have a group of people who come together and share a house. So they all have areas where they can have privacy when they need that, because we all need that in our lives. But then they would have the rest of the house that they would share together, so they can kind of live in community at the same time. And then Garden Spot Communities will continue to provide some level of service. We'll provide the building maintenance and the lawn care and some social work, case management services to make sure that people are getting to their doctor's appointments and getting those lined up and taking their medications and all the things that people need to do to live good, healthy lives. And then connecting as well with churches and organizations, CrossNet Ministries and others in the larger community, just to make sure that they're living in a robust social environment, that they have a safety net of others around them to make sure that they're doing well. But one of the challenges that people are experiencing as they age in their own homes is this growing sense of isolation. And the way we talk about it is to say, what is the worst punishment we hand out to our most hardened criminals? We place them in solitary confinement, and nobody would want that. And yet, as people age in their homes, oftentimes that's exactly what happens to them. They end up in this place of absolute isolation that leads to emotional issues and social issues and physical issues. In fact, research has shown that people die younger when they live in isolation than when they live in robust relationships with other people. So I think one of the really exciting opportunities is just to have a group of people come together and to join together and to live, sharing a house, sharing their lives, and sharing relationships with one another, but still have that opportunity for some privacy as well. So you get that balance and that mix.
And Steve, like you said in other presentations, for someone to come home and have somebody say, well, how was your day? And just to make them feel like they're part of a family. And that is just so beneficial to helping them out of the isolation.
I think one of the most exciting things for us about this project is that it's an effort to solve a problem in our local community without using government funding. So typically when organizations have looked to serve lower income individuals in the community, they've relied on government funding to do that, HUD or tax credits or other kinds of things. For a whole variety of reasons, we believe that may not be sustainable going forward. And so for us, it started with a community discussion about how can we meet this need as a community. And we were really excited because we had just a large number of partners kind of step forward. 5 or 6 churches that came up and said, we'll provide assistance to get this going because part of the effort is creating a volunteer building opportunity. In order to build the house at a cost-effective way so that it's sustainable long-term, we're going to use volunteer labor to help build the house. And so we had quite a number of churches who stepped up and said, we'll help with that. CrossNet Ministries, who was formerly the Social Services Network in Eastern Lancaster County, has come alongside of it and said there's services and networking that we can provide to pull in. And then, of course, Garden Spot Village can provide services and oversight to the operation as well. All of that goes together to create a model that we can provide this sliding scale fee for people to provide great housing, a great living situation without government funding, because it really is that community network gathering together, this kind of grassroots effort to meet the needs of the older adults who are living right here in our community. One of the realities is that a house for 5 people isn't going to solve all the problems of the world. But one of the things we really like about this, A, it doesn't use government funding, so it's an opportunity for a community to serve its own citizens and to do that well. But B, it's scalable and growable over the course of time. So by doing it in small increments, we think that we'll be able to learn from this first prototype and then to continue to develop additional homes to meet the additional needs that exist in our community and across the county. So we're starting small. It's a pilot, it's a prototype, we'll learn from that, but we do anticipate being able to develop additional homes on this site and at additional locations. Our vision eventually, we would love to see a network of these homes in different neighborhoods so that people can stay close to their neighbors, close to their friends, close to their family, close to their churches that they've been involved with for years, and not have to change those social connections as they age, but still to be able to be in a great environment, safe housing, and a good living situation.
And we've been working hard to document everything, what's working, what's not working, what we changed our minds about, so that we can pass that on.